In life, have you ever wondered why, despite speaking with compassion and explaining yourself sincerely, your words are still twisted, misunderstood, or even used to hurt you? The Buddha taught that this world is full of ignorance, avian. When a person's mind is clouded by anger, jealousy, or pride, they are unable to receive the truth. When you speak to someone who is under the influence of unwholesome mental states, it is like offering a lotus to someone who cannot appreciate its beauty. Not only will they not accept it, they may even scorn it. Silence is the practice of the wise. The Buddha once said, "Silence like that of a noble one is the best response to words not worthy of reply." When you remain mindful and do not react, you protect your own mind from turmoil and avoid giving rise to new karmic entanglements. In the Anguttara Nikaya, Numerical Discourses, the Buddha said, "When one knows that speech brings no benefit and leads to no peace, the wise one remains silent." Thus, silence is not weakness, it is wisdom. It is the awareness of when to speak and when not to. Not everyone has the conditions to understand you. Just as the Buddha never taught the same Dharma to everyone, but only offered teachings based on each person's capacity, you too must discern the readiness of your listener. Trying to sow seeds in barren soil not only leads to no growth, it also wastes your energy. So when you share your heart, your dreams, or deep insights, ask yourself, is this person truly listening with compassion and mindfulness, or are they driven by anger and delusion? If not, then hold back, like guarding a spiritual jewel. Do not cast it into a place where it won't be valued. Do not exhaust yourself in fruitless conversations. You may feel drained or stressed after a single conversation because your mental energy is spent trying to convince someone who refuses to understand. The Buddha taught that all suffering arises from attachment. When you insist on being understood or validated, you fall into ego clinging. Let go of the need to explain yourself, and you will find your heart becomes lighter, more spacious, and no longer bound by the reactions of others. Let mindfulness and compassion lead the way. Silence does not mean avoidance. Silence is the mark of an inner mind that has clearly seen the nature of life, impermanence, non-self, and dependent origination. When you sit in stillness and do not react, mindfulness illuminates the present moment, and compassion naturally radiates from your heart, free from the constraints of right and wrong, gain or loss. Remember the Buddha's words in the Muhammadan, "The fool thinks themselves wise, the wise one sees their own limits." Not everyone is walking the same path. Some are still lost in the shadows, some are just beginning to step into the light. You don't need to drag them along. Simply walk quietly in mindfulness, and one day, they will see the light shining from within you. Silence is not avoidance. It is the choice of one who has deeply contemplated impermanence and karma. When you stop explaining yourself, you are letting go of ego. When you remain stable in the face of gossip or conflict, you are practicing Kantiyan Pastrami, the perfection of patience, one of the noble qualities that leads to liberation. Let mindful silence become your ethical discipline. And trust this, when your mind is at peace, the world can no longer shake you. In our practice, it is essential to recognize that inner peace is not something others can grant us. It is something we cultivate from within. Every time we resist the urge to defend, argue, or explain ourselves, we are not losing ground. We are returning to center, to equanimity. Like a still pond undisturbed by the wind, the mind grounded in mindfulness and silence reflects clarity and understanding. We can view each difficult interaction as a mirror, not a mirror of who we are, but of what still disturbs our peace. If anger arises, we recognize it. If sadness comes, we observe it. But we do not have to act from it. This is the strength of the practitioner, the one who sees but is not swept away. This world offers countless opportunities to speak, but only the wise know when silence speaks louder. In relationships, in work, even in our own minds, we must learn to return to silence like returning home. There, in the space between words, we meet our true self. If this message has touched your heart, help helped you find peace, or reminded you of your inner wisdom, we invite you to subscribe to our channel. Let's continue walking this mindful path together. May you be well, may you be peaceful, may you be free.